My beloved in Christ, you didn't find this message by accident. There are no coincidences, only divine timing. The fact that you are here right now means something powerful. The universe, God, your higher self, something greater than you has led you to this exact moment, because it's time for you to awaken to the truth of who you are. You've always known you were different. You've always felt something inside of you that set you apart from the rest. Maybe you couldn't explain it. Maybe others around you never understood. But deep down, you've always sensed that your journey, your purpose, your existence is not like everyone else's. This message is for you, and trust me, by the time this video is over, you'll understand why you've always felt that way. This is not just another video. This is a confirmation of what your soul has been whispering to you all along, that you are among the chosen ones. And once you recognize it, your life will never be the same. Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you will change the way you see yourself. You'll realize that everything you've been through, every struggle, every challenge, every moment of isolation was not by chance, it was preparation. You have been called for something greater, and if these signs resonate with you, it means you are one of the few who were chosen since birth. Before we dive deep into these 7 powerful signs, I want you to do something. If you feel this energy, if you know deep inside that this message is speaking to you, then drop 777 in the comments. These numbers are not random. They are messages, confirmations that you are on the right path. I want to see how many of us are truly awakening right now. You see, the world is shifting. A spiritual war is happening all around us. Not everyone can see it, not everyone can feel it, but the chosen ones can. You have always been sensitive to energy, always aware that something deeper is going on beneath the surface. And that's because your soul remembers. It remembers who you are. It remembers why you came here. And now it's time for you to wake up fully. This message has reached you at the perfect time. Whether you've been searching for answers or this just appeared in front of you, understand this: you were meant to hear this today. There are forces in this world that don't want you to know who you are. There are energies that have tried to suppress you, tried to make you doubt yourself, tried to break you, but they couldn't, because a chosen one can never be defeated. The journey hasn't been easy, has it? You've faced more struggles than most people. You've felt pain that others couldn't understand. You've questioned why life seemed so much harder for you. But let me tell you something. Those challenges were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to awaken you. The chosen ones are tested the hardest because they have the greatest mission. I need you to listen carefully, because we are about to go deep. These 7 signs are not just random traits. They are markers of a divine calling. They are proof that you were set apart since the moment you were born. Some of you may already know you are chosen, but this will confirm it. Others may have always felt different but never fully understood why. Either way, after this there will be no more doubt. And once you know, you can't unsee it. You will start recognizing the signs everywhere. You will see how everything in your life has led you to this point. Every hardship, every betrayal, every moment of feeling lost. It was all shaping you into the powerful being you are meant to be. This is your moment of realization. This is your awakening. So take a deep breath and open your heart, your mind, and your spirit to what's coming next. because we are about to uncover the truth that has been hidden within you all along. Let's begin. Sign number one, you've always felt different. Since the very beginning, you've known you weren't like everyone else. It wasn't something you chose. It wasn't something you could control. It was just there, this deep knowing inside of you that you were somehow different. The way you saw the world, the way you felt things, the way you questioned everything, it never aligned with the people around you. As a child, you may have struggled with this feeling. Maybe you looked around at others and wondered why they seemed so content, following the same patterns, living inside the same system, never questioning anything. Meanwhile, your mind was always searching, always asking, always seeing beyond what was in front of you. While others were satisfied with the surface, you were drawn to the depths. You wanted to know why things were the way they were. You may have even felt out of place in your own family. It's not that you didn't love them, but there was always a disconnect. Your thoughts, your dreams, your perception of the world, it was different. And no matter how much you tried to explain it, they couldn't quite understand you. You may have even heard things like, why can't you just be normal? Or you think too much. But the truth is, you were never meant to be like them. The chosen ones have always been set apart. That's why even from a young age, you might have felt like an outsider, like you didn't belong, not because something was wrong with you, but because the world around you wasn't ready for you. You were born with a higher awareness, a deeper connection to the unseen, an energy that others could feel but couldn't always accept. This feeling of being different wasn't just in your mind. People noticed it. Maybe they couldn't explain it, but they could feel it. Some were drawn to you, sensing something special about you. Others resented you without even knowing why. And that's because the chosen ones carry a light that disrupts the norm. You carry an energy that makes people question their own existence. And not everyone is ready for that. Think back to your childhood. Did you ever find yourself gravitating towards older people? Deep conversations or topics that most kids didn't care about? Did you feel more comfortable alone than in groups? Did you struggle to pretend to be someone you weren't just to fit in? These are all signs of someone who was born different. And here's the thing. Your difference was never a weakness. It was never a mistake. It was your power all along. The world tried to make you believe that being different was something to be ashamed of. Society teaches people to conform, to follow the crowd, to fit neatly inside a box. But you could never do that, could you? You tried maybe for a while. You may have even forced yourself to blend in, to silence your thoughts, to ignore your inner voice. But no matter how hard you tried, something inside of you refused to be suppressed. Because the chosen ones cannot be tamed. You were never meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to lead. You were meant to see beyond the illusion, to break free from the chains of this world, to rise above what everyone else accepts as reality. And that's exactly why you felt different from the start. This feeling didn't go away as you got older. In fact, it may have gotten stronger. The more you awakened to your true self, the more you realized how disconnected you were from the things that most people chase. Material success, validation from society, mindless entertainment, those things never satisfied you. Your soul was always yearning for something greater. There may have been times when you questioned yourself. You may have wondered, why do I feel so different? Why can't I just be like everyone else? But the real question is, why would you want to be? You weren't sent here to be like them. You were sent here to wake them up, to break the cycle, to bring light where there is darkness, to lead others out of the illusion. And let me tell you something, the enemy knows who you are, the system knows who you are. That's why you've been tested, that's why you've been misunderstood. That's why no matter how much love you give, some people still reject you. It is not about you, it's about the energy you carry. Your very existence disrupts the programming that most people are trapped in, and some people cannot handle that. But here's what you need to understand. Your difference is your greatest gift. The things that made you feel alone, they are the very things that make you chosen. The things that made you question everything, they are the very things that will set you free. You were born to stand out, not fit in. You were born to break generational cycles, not repeat them. You were born to see the truth, not live in the illusion. And now it's time for you to fully embrace that. Stop trying to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Stop dimming your light just to blend in. Stop apologizing for who you are. You were chosen for a reason. And if this message is resonating with you, then deep down you already know it. If you felt this way your entire life, if you've always known that you were different, then take this as your confirmation. You were never crazy, you were never alone, you were never wrong to feel the way you did. You were simply awakening before everyone else. And now it's time for you to step into your power. Drop 777 in the comments if you know in your heart that you were never meant to be like everyone else. If you've ever felt misunderstood, if you've ever felt like the outsider, if you've ever struggled with your identity, let me tell you something. You are not alone. The chosen ones are waking up and we see you. This is just the beginning. The first sign that you were chosen since birth is that you've always felt different. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Now let's move deeper, because once you see all the signs, you'll never doubt yourself again. Sign number 2, you've always had a strong intuition. There's something inside of you that has always been aware, a deep knowing that goes beyond logic, beyond reasoning, beyond what anyone could explain to you. Your intuition has always been strong, so strong that sometimes it felt like a curse. You just knew things. You could sense when something wasn't right. You could feel the energy of people before they even spoke a word. And more often than not, your gut feelings turned out to be correct. This is one of the biggest signs that you were chosen since birth, because the chosen ones are not like everyone else. They are deeply connected to their higher self, to the unseen, to the divine intelligence that guides them. While others rely solely on what they can see and hear, you have always trusted something deeper, something that cannot be explained, yet is impossible to ignore. Think about it. How many times in your life have you had a bad feeling about someone, only to later find out they were not who they pretended to be? How many times have you felt that something was going to happen, good or bad, before it actually did? How many times have you looked at a situation and immediately sensed the truth, even when everyone around you was blind to it? This isn't a coincidence. This is a gift. Chosen ones have always had a heightened intuition because they were born with spiritual sight. Even before you fully understood it, your spirit has always been connected to something greater. You can pick up on the smallest shifts in energy. You can feel the hidden intentions behind people's words. You don't just hear what people say, you feel what they mean. This is why it's so hard for people to lie to you. Even when they say all the right things, something inside of you tells you the truth. It's why you can walk into a room and instantly feel whether the energy is good or bad. It's why you can sense when someone is pretending, when someone is draining your energy, when someone is secretly envious of you. You don't need proof, you just know. And let me tell you something, this intuition has saved you. Maybe you didn't always listen to it, maybe you even ignored it a few times, but whenever you did, you regretted it. You learned the hard way that your intuition is never wrong. And that's because it's not coming from your mind, it's coming from your soul. It's divine guidance constantly protecting you, constantly leading you toward the truth. But here's the thing, having this gift is both a blessing and a challenge, because most people don't have it. Most people only believe what they can see. They don't feel energy the way you do. They don't understand how you just know things. And because of this, you've probably been called crazy more than once. People have dismissed your feelings, questioned your instincts, told you that you were just being paranoid. But you were never paranoid. You were just ahead of them. You saw things before they became obvious. You felt things before they happened. You were always in tune with the unseen, while others were stuck in the illusion. And here's what you need to understand. Your intuition is not just a tool, it's a weapon. In a world full of deception, your intuition is what keeps you from falling into the traps that others blindly walk into. It protects you from manipulators, from energy vampires, from situations that are not meant for you. It guides you toward your true path, even when the world tries to push you in a different direction. Have you ever noticed how you can tell when someone is about to exit your life before it even happens? Have you ever felt the energy shift in a relationship, knowing deep down that something was coming? Even if everything seemed fine on the surface, this is your intuition warning you, giving you the heads up before the storm arrives. It's the universe preparing you so nothing ever catches you off guard. But the problem is, not everyone is ready for your gift. There have been times when you've told people the truth before they were ready to hear it. You've warned them about things they couldn't see yet, and instead of listening, they called you negative, they called you dramatic, they dismissed you, only for everything you predicted to come true later. And when that happened, you didn't even feel the need to say, "I told you so," because you already knew. You weren't trying to be right, you were trying to help. And this is why you must trust your intuition now more than ever. The world is full of distractions, full of lies, full of illusions, but your spirit can always recognize the truth. The more you listen to your intuition, the stronger it becomes. The more you trust it, the more guidance you will receive. This is how you align with your purpose. Many people wish they had this level of insight. They wish they could see through deception the way you do. They wish they could avoid heartbreak, avoid bad decisions, avoid the wrong people. But this is your gift. And if you don't use it, if you don't trust it, you are denying one of the most powerful abilities you were born with. So from this moment on, make a promise to yourself. Stop second guessing your feelings. Stop looking for outside validation when your soul already knows the answer. If your intuition is telling you something, believe it the first time. It's not just a feeling, it's a message, and that message is meant to protect you, to guide you, to lead you toward your highest purpose. If you've always had strong intuition, if you've always felt things before they happened, if you've always sensed the truth even when others couldn't see it, then drop 111 in the comments. Let the universe know that you are awake. Let yourself acknowledge this power within you. The chosen ones were given this ability for a reason. You were not sent here to be blind, you were sent here to see. Now let's go even deeper, because if your intuition has always been strong, then it means one thing: you have been fighting spiritual battles your whole life. And that brings us to the next sign. Sign number 3, you've faced many spiritual attacks. If you are a chosen one, your life has never been easy. From the very beginning, you have faced battles that most people wouldn't survive. You have been tested, broken, and pushed to the edge more times than you can count. And let me tell you something. This was never a coincidence. The moment you entered this world, the enemy knew who you were. The forces of darkness recognized your soul before you even understood your own power, and because of that, you have been under attack since birth, not because you are weak, but because you are powerful. The enemy doesn't waste time on people who don't matter. The system doesn't try to suppress those who pose no threat, but you were born to break free, to wake up, to lead, and that's exactly why your life has been filled with so much resistance. Look back on your journey. How many times have you gone through things that felt unbearable? How many times have you asked yourself, why is life so hard for me? Why do I have to go through so much pain? The answer is simple. Because you were chosen, and the chosen ones are tested the hardest. You've been attacked in ways that most people wouldn't understand. Maybe you were born into a toxic family surrounded by negativity, by people who tried to dim your light before you even knew you had one. Maybe you were isolated, misunderstood, treated like an outcast even by those who were supposed to love you. Maybe you've been betrayed by people you trusted the most. Friends, family, partners. You've given your heart, your energy, your loyalty, only to be met with deception and pain. But that wasn't an accident either. It was all meant to break you down, to make you question your worth, to make you doubt your own light. The enemy wanted you to believe that you were alone, that you were abandoned, that you were not good enough. But let me tell you something. The fact that you are still standing right now is proof that they failed. Every attack on your life was meant to destroy you, but instead it made you stronger. And here's what you need to understand. These attacks were never just physical, they were spiritual. That's why even when everything seemed fine on the outside, you still felt battles raging on the inside. You have been attacked in your mind, in your emotions, in your dreams. You have faced depression, anxiety, doubt, and fear, things that try to steal your peace, your joy, your purpose. And let's talk about dreams, because many chosen ones experience spiritual attacks while they sleep. Nightmares, sleep paralysis, strange visions. This is not random. The spiritual realm is real, and you have always been sensitive to it. When your spirit is powerful, when your destiny is great, dark forces will try to stop you by any means necessary. Have you ever noticed that every time you start making progress, something comes out of nowhere to knock you down? Just when you feel like you're finally stepping into your purpose, another obstacle appears. Just when you're starting to heal, another betrayal happens. This is not an accident. These are spiritual attacks. The enemy is terrified of you realizing your power. That's why every time you get close to breaking free, something comes to shake you. But here's what they don't tell you. The fact that you're being attacked so much is the biggest proof that you are chosen. No one tries to destroy something that isn't valuable. No one fights against someone who isn't a threat. The enemy has been trying to stop you because your light is too strong. And listen, I know it hasn't been easy. There were times when you wanted to give up, times when you felt exhausted, drained, lost. Maybe you even questioned your purpose, wondering if it was all worth it. But you need to understand, you were never meant to lose. These attacks weren't meant to destroy you, they were meant to shape you. Every battle you've been through has been preparing you for what's coming next. Because the truth is, the enemy wouldn't be fighting you so hard if you weren't about to rise, if you weren't about to step into your full power. They wouldn't be trying so hard to keep you down. The fact that you are here right now, still pushing, still fighting, still searching for the truth, means one thing: you have already won. But now, it's time to fight back. And no, I don't mean with anger, with revenge, with negativity. The real battle is spiritual. And the way you win is by standing in your truth, by refusing to be broken, by stepping fully into your power. The moment you stop letting fear control you, the moment you stop believing the lies that were placed in your mind, the moment you fully embrace the fact that you were chosen, the attacks lose their power. Because here's the secret they never wanted you to know: you were always stronger than them. That's why they had to start attacking you so early. That's why they tried to break you before you even understood your own strength. Because the moment you realize who you truly are, nothing can stop you. So if you've been under attack, if you've faced struggles that most people couldn't handle, if you've been through things that should have destroyed you but didn't, then take this as confirmation. You are not a victim. You are not weak. You are not cursed. You are chosen. And your battles were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you. Drop 333 in the comments if you've been through things that only a chosen one could survive. If you've been attacked, betrayed, knocked down, but still found the strength to rise, then let the universe know that you are still standing, you are still here, and nothing will stop you. And now, let's go even deeper. Because if you have faced spiritual attacks, then you've also experienced something else, a heightened sensitivity to energy. And that brings us to the next undeniable sign that you were chosen since birth. Sign number 4, you're highly empathetic and can feel energy. You don't just hear what people say, you feel what they mean. You don't just see what's happening around you, you sense the energy beneath the surface. Since you were a child, you've been aware of things that others couldn't explain. You felt emotions that weren't even yours. You've walked into rooms and instantly picked up on the energy, knowing whether something was off before anyone said a word. This is not an accident. This is a gift. The chosen ones are not just spiritually awake, they are highly empathic. You don't just observe the world, you absorb. You feel everything on a deeper level, sometimes so deeply that it overwhelms you. You can sense when someone is lying, even if their words sound perfect. You can feel when someone is hurting, even if they're smiling on the outside. You can pick up on tension in a room, even if no one is arguing. Your spirit recognizes energy before your mind even has time to process it. This has been one of your greatest strengths, but let's be honest, it's also been one of your biggest challenges, because feeling everything so deeply isn't always easy. There have been times when you felt drained just by being around certain people. There have been moments when you couldn't understand why you suddenly felt anxious, sad, or exhausted, only to realize later that you were absorbing the emotions of others. You see, chosen ones are not just receivers of energy, they are transmuters. You don't just feel the pain of the world, you try to heal it. You don't just recognize suffering, you want to fix it. You've been the person who carries the burdens of others, who listens when no one else will, who gives without expecting anything in return. And because of this, you've often been used, taken for granted, and drained by people who didn't appreciate the light you brought into their lives. But here's what you need to understand. This sensitivity to energy is not a weakness. It is your superpower. You are given this ability because you are meant to guide, to heal, to elevate the world around you. The reason you feel so deeply is because you were never meant to live on the surface. You were meant to see beyond what is visible. This is why you are drawn to truth. You can't stand fake energy, fake conversations, fake connections. You see through deception so clearly that it's almost impossible for people to fool you. And the ones who try, they always reveal themselves in the end, because the chosen ones have spiritual discernment, a deep divine ability to recognize truth and lies, light and darkness, real and fake. But here's the thing, when you carry this level of empathy, you must protect your energy, because not everyone deserves access to it. Not everyone deserves your kindness, your time, your attention. And you've learned this the hard way, haven't you? How many times have you given your energy to someone only to feel completely drained afterward? How many times have you stayed in a situation out of love, out of compassion, out of hope, only to realize that you were being taken advantage of? You have a heart that wants to heal, but the truth is not everyone wants to be healed. Some people will only take from you. Some people will only drain you. Some people will attach themselves to your light because they have none of their own. And that's why boundaries are so important for a chosen one. You have to protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. You cannot pour into others if your own cup is empty. You cannot heal the world if you are constantly exhausted, broken and drained. Start paying attention to how you feel after interacting with people. Do you feel lighter, uplifted, inspired? Or do you feel tired, heavy and depleted? The answer will tell you who is meant to be in your life and who isn't. And listen, I know it's hard. As an empath, you want to heal everyone. You want to heal everyone. You want to be there for people, to show them the love and understanding that you never received. But some people do not want to be saved. Some people will drain you just to keep themselves full. Some people will take advantage of your kindness because they see your energy as an unlimited resource. But here's the truth, your energy is sacred, your presence is a privilege, your light is a gift. Not everyone deserves access to it, and once you understand this, your whole life will change. From this moment on, I need you to start trusting what your spirit is telling you. If someone's energy feels off, believe it. If a situation feels draining, remove yourself. If your intuition is warning you about someone, listen the first time, because you were given this gift for a reason. Empaths are the healers of this world, but they must first learn how to protect themselves. You cannot save everyone, but you can protect yourself from the ones who only take. Your gift is powerful, but only when used wisely. So let me ask you, have you always been able to feel the energy of a room? Have you always sensed the truth before it was revealed? Have you always felt emotions that weren't even yours? If so, you are one of the chosen ones. And it's time for you to embrace your gift without letting it destroy you. Drop 444 in the comments if you resonate with this. Let the universe know that you recognize your gift and that you are ready to protect your energy. And now let's go even deeper, because if you have always been highly sensitive to energy, then you've probably experienced something else. Divine synchronicities that cannot be ignored. Sign number 5, you've experienced powerful synchronicities. There are no coincidences in your life. You may have thought they were at some point, but by now you know better. You've seen things too perfectly aligned to be random. You've experienced moments where the universe spoke directly to you through signs, through numbers, through events that could never be explained by logic alone. This is what we call synchronicity. And if you've been seeing it over and over again, it's because you are aligned with something greater. You're walking a path that is being guided, even if you don't fully understand it yet. Think about it. Have you ever thought about something and then suddenly the answer appeared right in front of you? Have you ever been struggling with a decision and just when you needed it, a sign showed up to point you in the right direction? Have you ever been thinking about someone and out of nowhere they call or message you? This is not random, this is the universe. Your higher self, your spiritual guides communicating with you. Chosen ones experience powerful synchronicities because they are not just moving through life blindly, they are on a divine mission. And when you are on a mission, you are given signs to keep you on the right path. One of the biggest ways synchronicities show up is through numbers. You are stepping into a new spiritual awakening. Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly, so be mindful of what you focus on. 222, balance, alignment, and trust. The universe is working behind the scenes, even if you can't see it yet. 333, divine guidance and protection. Your spiritual team is with you, guiding you through challenges. 777, a confirmation that you are on the right path. You are growing spiritually and your intuition is leading you in the right direction. 11, a wake-up call from the universe. You are being reminded of your higher purpose and mission. These numbers are not just coincidences, they are messages. The universe is trying to get your attention, trying to guide you towards something important. The more you notice them, the more in tune you are with your destiny. But synchronicities don't just show up in numbers. They appear in conversations, dreams, songs. Have you ever been thinking about something deeply and then a random person says exactly what you needed to hear? Have you ever been feeling lost and suddenly a song plays that speaks directly to your soul? Have you ever seen the same word, the same symbol, the same message repeatedly until you finally paid attention? This is how the universe communicates with chosen ones. It doesn't always use words, it uses alignment. It places the right things in front of you at the exact moment you need them. And the more aware you become, the more you realize that nothing in your life has been random. Even the struggles, even the challenges, they were all leading you somewhere. Every delay, every rejection, every closed door was guiding you to something greater. And every time you doubted, the universe sent you a sign to remind you that you were never alone. But here's the thing about synchronicities, you must be aware of them. Too many people ignore the signs because they're looking for something bigger, something obvious. But the universe speaks in subtle whispers, it nudges you, it gives you hints. But it won't force you to see what you're not ready for. So now I need you to think back. How many times has the universe spoken to you? How many times have you received signs but dismissed them as coincidences? How many times have things lined up in ways that were impossible to explain, but you still question them? It's time to stop doubting. It's time to start trusting the signs you're receiving. If you've been seeing synchronicities, it means one thing: you are on the right path. You are aligned with something bigger than yourself. You are being divinely guided step by step toward your highest purpose. And here's something powerful: you can ask for more signs. If you need clarity, if you need direction, speak to the universe, speak to your higher self. Say, if I meant to do this, show me a sign. And then pay attention, the sign will come It always does. Because when you are a chosen one, the universe is always speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? Up 777 in the comments if you've been seeing powerful synchronicities in your life. If numbers, symbols, dreams, and divine messages have been guiding you. Let the universe know that you see them. And now let's go even deeper. Because if you've been experiencing synchronicities, then you've probably also felt something else. A deep and unshakable pull towards spirituality and truth. Sign number 6. You've always been drawn to spirituality and truth. There has always been something inside you searching for truth even before you knew what spirituality was. Even before you had words to describe it, you felt it. You knew there was more to life than what was being shown to you. You could never just accept things at face value. While others were satisfied with surface level explanations, you always wanted to go deeper. This is one of the biggest signs that you were chosen since birth. The chosen ones are seekers. They don't follow blindly. They don't just accept what they're told. They question everything: life, reality, the system, religion, history. They feel a deep urge to find out what's real and what's been hidden. Think back to when you were younger. Did you ever feel like something about this world just didn't make sense? Maybe you looked around and wondered why people were so focused on material things, why they seemed stuck in routines that didn't fulfill them. You probably questioned things that no one else even thought about. Why are we here? What happens after we die? Who is really in control of this world? From a young age, you've been drawn to things that most people ignore. Spirituality, consciousness, the unseen forces that shape our reality. While others were caught up in distractions, you were searching for answers. You felt that there was more to life than meets the eye. And you were right. This is why you've never been able to fit inside a box. You couldn't just follow a path because someone told you to. You needed to understand. You needed to know why. This is the mark of a true chosen one, someone who seeks knowledge beyond what is given to them. And here is something even deeper. You've always felt a connection to the divine, even if you didn't grow up religious. Even if you didn't have the right words for it. There was always something inside you pulling you toward a higher power. You felt that there is something greater guiding you, something bigger than yourself. And the more you awaken, the stronger this pull becomes. You've probably noticed that as you get older, you are losing interest in the material world. Money, status, possessions. These things no longer excite you the way they used to, because your soul is craving wisdom, purpose, and truth. You feel drawn to ancient teachings, to spiritual texts, to hidden knowledge. You found yourself researching things that most people don't even think about. Maybe you've dived into meditation, energy work, consciousness, universal laws. Maybe you felt a deep connection to nature, to the cosmos, to things beyond this physical reality.